Hey, how you guys doing today? It's Mr. Wash. I know I took a few days off. I'm sorry. Your man got two jobs. But he came off work and immediately started recording. So I'm hustling, you feel me? But anyway, let's get into the video. We're going to be doing an updated tier list of my past Marvel Rivals tier list. This will include the new four characters naming Jeff, Thor, Adam, and Venom. There's going to be a lot of changes because quite a few characters got buffs, quite a few characters got nerfs, and some characters just feel better to play right now. So as the meta or however the game state is going to be transforms into, if they do another test, I don't know if they will do another test, but how it's being played right now, this is my opinion on the game. Of course, if you feel to disagree, go ahead and say it in the comments. That's fine. But let's just keep it cordial. You know, no one needs to be name calling or anything. Let's just keep it cordial. But anyway, first off, I'm gonna say Groot. I'm knocking him down a tier. I'm sure you guys already saw he's knocked down from S to A. It's just Groot. He's falling off because his damage is quite low compared to like the damage character or the tanks that deal damage nowadays. Like say like Thor does a lot of damage, Venom does a lot of damage. Peni is doing a ton of damage. Peni got big buffs. Let's see. Doctor Strange still does a lot of damage. Doctor Strange's always done pretty good damage. Magneto does damage. Hulk is feeling a lot better nowadays. Like with all these characters getting buffed and being great, Groot's just, he's just coming down a little bit. He's still a very capable tank. He's still very annoying to kill. That'll always be his main thing. But with walls being easier to destroy now and the tank starting to be better, Groot is seeing less play, but I still see him very good in defensive maps, just delaying people. I think he'll still be good with that. He still has good synergy with Rocket. And so if you're playing Groot, if you main him, that's totally fine. But he's going down from S to A. He's probably going to be bottom of A to me. But let's just see how this list goes. Hela. So, last time we did this list, I believe Hela was, top of A tier? Yep, I have my list right up here. She was top of A tier. I think she still is going to be top of A tier, not going to lie. She is, she's definitely not bad. She has her stun. She can fly, or she can't really fly, but she can go in the air. She has verticality. She can move horizontally. She moves pretty fast in the bird form. She has very high DPS. She can pretty much two-shot people with headshots. Her ultimate is very good when occupied in line of sight areas where she can get a lot of AoE damage off, kind of like where Iron Man sits at. So she is still very capable. There's nothing really bad about her, I don't think. Her DPS is still very crazy. It's just it's still the same problem I had the first time around, is that her ultimate is too easy to really counter. I think her ultimate, you can easily get away with it. You can just shoot her down. Like, I don't think her ultimate is too nuts. While there's other DPS characters that have much better, ultimates than her. And ultimates are supposed to be, your special team winning abilities. And lately, I have not seen too many team winning ultimates from Hela in the games that I played. It's mostly like her just getting headshot kills. So she's still top of A. If people disagree and say, oh, she's S tier, you're an idiot, she has so much damage, that's fine, but she's great. I'm not saying she's bad at all. She's very great. It's just I don't think she's S. But anyway, enough about her. Let's get to the Hulk. So the Hulk, I know last test he was the worst character to me, because he definitely was the worst character. Let's just put that out there. He was the worst character. But this test, I've been doing very well with him, and I've seen other people do very well with him. There's still the people that are trying him first time, they don't understand how to play him too well. But for the people that played beforehand in the first test compared to now, Hulk is doing a lot better, especially when you can pair him with another off tank that dives in like Venom. Hulk and Venom are menaces together. I swear to you. They are menaces together. Hulk is going up a tier. He's going up to B tier. He still has very good damage, I would say. His ultimate is pretty much like a third life bar at that point. He just does a lot of chaos with his ultimate. I still think his E is a little bit weird. Like, you have to kind of really think about when you're going to use your E. Like, if you're going to use it on the healer so their tanks or their DPS get less healing for a few seconds so you can kill their tanks. but you have to be very precise with that window, because you have to be able to DPS their DPS or their backliners or their tanks before their healers come back from that stun field. So I think the E should still get maybe this one more tweak. It could just be a natural stun, or it could just just change it to a slow or something. I don't know, just something for a Hulk. And I swear he can probably be in A tier. I think so. I think Hulk can be an A tier because he potentially has 3 life bars. There's no other character that has 3 life bars, and Hulk can have 3. His shield is quite good still. His shift is good. He gets a lot of ultimate charge when using that, and certain situations he can probably ult maybe 4 to 5 times a match if he's using his shield correctly. His clap I think could use one more charge. It should have at least 2 charges. But all these little tweaks could make Hulk completely busted if they're not careful, I think. But he just needs a little bit more. But that's just me. I think Hulk is totally fine. I think he's B tier. I don't think he's the worst character in the game anymore. I don't think any character is really bad anymore. Let's just point that out there. Anyway, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, I had him in A tier. Honestly, Doctor Strange, I think he might be going down a little bit. I think he's probably going to be bottom A tier. He's still, a solid tank. He still has the movable shield. It's very good. He still has his portal that's very good. His E is a lot of damage when it's used correctly. And his ultimate is, depending on how you use it, it can win you a team fight as long as your teammates are paying attention. So, no, Doctor Strange is still he's a strange character. He's still a strong character. But I just think other characters kind of outshining him right now with how they're played and how versatile they are in their gameplay. And Doctor Strange isn't very versatile. He he holds up the shield. He tried to get those dagger shots in, and when his E bar is filled, he does a big damage AoE. That's it. That's all Doctor Strange does. It's not really too much nuance to his character. He can't really dive. He floats in the air for a little bit. He moves slowly. I mean, he's good, but he's great actually. But he's not OP. So I think he's just going to be going down a little bit. He probably is maybe above Groot, but they're going to be right next to each other more than likely. Anyway, Black Panther. So Black Panther, he's going to be staying at B tier. I'm glad that they fixed his wall climbing. He feels a lot better. Better. But the same problems persist. His his ultimate needs to have something else added to it, like if it's a slow, or it goes through shields, or it breaks barriers, or it gives anti-heal. Just give him something. He doesn't need to only do damage. Give him something. Because if he uses his right click, his shift, right click and then shift, if he doesn't kill anybody with that combo, he's on cooldowns for a good 6-7 seconds. He can't do anything after that. And then he just dies. You get healed up so fast in Marvel Rivals that characters like Black Panther, if the enemy healer isn't paying attention, of course you can get kills with them. But if they're paying attention, they're gonna out heal your DPS, and it just feels awful playing Black Panther when you're in situations like that. So if they can just give him a little buff to his ultimate, or make his spirit throws just have 1 second shorter cooldown or something, just a little bit shorter cooldown. His shift is fine, his E is fine, but maybe just those two fixes, or just one of those fixes, I could probably bump him up. Maybe maybe he'll have a tier of his own, B plus or A minus or something like that. But yeah, Black Panther still has his problem. I'm sure there's still nasty players of Black Panther that will probably be like, oh my god, Black Panther is the best. And guys, I love Black Panther. You see how often I post about him. But let's not get into all that. But yeah, he's gonna be B tier. Iron Man. So Iron Man is going up a tier. He's going to A tier. Iron Man has some of the highest DPS right now. He got some really, really great buffs with the longer range on his repulsor beams and his unibeam. It's very good. His ultimate can one-shot people if landed directly on them. His missiles are a little bit better. They're not too great still, but his damage is really, really nuts. Especially since Hulk is better now. that means Iron Man's better now because they have a team synergy. And when Hulk and Iron Man paired together, Iron Man's DPS is insane with Gamma. He can literally two-shot people. He is insane. So Iron Man's and Iron Man's a basic character. All he does is left click from the sky, and if he gets in trouble, he can just, you know, he can move quite quickly in the sky with his ships. So Iron Man, he's going up a tier. He's not as his problems are not as apparent in this patch as they were in the last, you know, test, and especially since he got buffs and whatnot. So he's definitely going up a tier. You should try out Iron Man now. He's a lot better. I think he's even better than like characters like Star-Lord and, you know, characters I had up, like I praised highly. I think like his DPS is very, very good right now. So next, Loki. Loki's I think Loki's going to be going down 2 tiers, guys. Loki is falling from grace. Loki is falling from grace, guys, because his healing is not too great anymore. I have not had any Lokis that were doing too amazing on him. He's still very easy to kill. The only thing about Loki is that his shift can, you know, be invulnerable. Like, it could save people's lives pretty much. But, and if he has enough clones up, his healing is really good. But if he has no clones up, there's quite a few supports that get out heal Loki. Like Adam Warlock or even Jeff. But I think Loki's probably gonna be sitting at top of B. He's not a terrible pick. You can still do well with Loki if you're, you know, doing good enough. He still has good damage. It's just his healing is a little bit low if you don't have enough clones out. And if he's, you know, if he's gone on, he's pretty much dead. He's pretty much dead if he can't like swap to a clone. And it's super easy to tell which clone he's going to swap to. It has to be one that's right in front of him. So anyway, I would say Loki's here. Maybe at the end of the list I might bump him up to A, but he's gonna be here, guys. I'm sorry. Luna Frost is one of those things. Luna, she is probably gonna be staying in A tier. She's still incredibly strong. She has great synergies with Jeff, and she has a synergy with Namor. There are incredible synergies, giving Namor another turret and giving Jeff another ability. It's very strong synergies. Her ultimate is very, very good. She has a stun. Honestly, she might sit up here, maybe she could be S tier, guys. Actually, is she S tier? Is she S tier, guys? What do you guys think? Is she S or A? I'm put her A. I'm put her A. Let's put her at A. She's a very, very solid healer. Only thing is she does low damage, but doesn't really matter because she's a support. Her healing is very, very good. She has constant healing. She does not have, you know, healing on cooldown. I think her E is a little bit weird. I was trying to test it out. It wasn't really working too well for me. Maybe I was just being dumb and not using it correctly, but yeah. Her ultimate is still very, very good. You can nullify a lot of ultimates with her ultimate, with all the healing she gets from it. Not a lot of people use the damage boost of it, but you do have an option, unlike, you know, another healer that has the same ultimate, Mantis. But Luna Frost still, Luna Frost, it's one of those. She's still very good. She's still very good, guys. Magneto's staying in A tier. Magneto, he still has very, very good DPS. He still has quite a good, you know, skill set with the barrier and the shield, and his ultimate, I'm seeing a lot more use out of it as more of like a counter ultimate instead of a DPS ultimate. People are getting very, very smart with Magneto, and I appreciate all the people that are, you know, maining him and whatnot. They're doing very well with him. He has very high DPS. He has a very good team up attack, very good shielding, very good you know, barrier. He's just a solid character. I don't think he's OP or anything. He's just a solid character, and I like it because I haven't put anybody in S tier, and there's still so many characters to go through. So Magic, she might be going down a tier, guys. because well, we're talking about it in a little bit with the characters, but Magic, she does not have the same survivability as she used to, especially with Iron Man being a lot stronger and characters just out DPSing her when she's trying to get her, damage through. She still has a great ultimate being Dark Child, and she still has like, a lot of mobility, but she's kind of lacking the DPS right now, unless you get like really strong combos, or maybe if you're playing like two tanks or two off tanks, and you could maybe bring in Magic, she'll do well there since she's like a brawler. But yeah, I just think like there's a lot of characters right now that are just out DPSing her and or like out healing her damage, and she's kind of getting blown up before she has enough ult charge to get Dark Child and get a few kills with that. But that's about it. She just feels not too good right now. She feels a little bit weaker. But anyway, let's get to the next one. So, Mantis, she feels better this patch, but she still has a pretty bad ultimate, other than it being just a ton of healing. Luna Frost just has a better ultimate than her, and Luna Frost has like this. They both have stuns, but Luna Frost is that her name? I think it's Luna Frost or Luna Snow or something like that. Luna Snow. But Luna Snow, she can move faster than Mantis. She has more team up abilities than Mantis, and I just think she's just stronger than Mantis. Like, she has way more healing than Mantis. Mantis has good healing, and Mantis has decent healing, and she has a damage buff. But like I said before, forcing yourself to land headshots just to get your spores back is not a good mechanic to have for a support character. It's just not. So that's why I think Mantis will always be kind of like weak in terms of healers. She's still obviously playable. Like, I don't think anyone in this list is unplayable. Never will I ever say that. But she's just not better than the other supports. Namor is very, very good right now. Namor is quite capable. He's probably going to be sitting... Will he be? I think he sits in A tier. I think he sits in A tier now. Namor has very good DPS. He got a big buff to his bubble. Now he's not just a sitting duck. He can move in it, which is great. His ultimate is still quite decent. It can do a lot of damage, and it knocks down, so you can finish off people. Turrets are unavoidable damage. He just racks up kills and damage with those things. And he has a great synergy with, Luna Frost or Luna Snow, which gives him a third turret. Namor just feels a lot better now. He just feels better. Peni Parker, guys, she might honestly be S tier. I'm not gonna cap to you. She has to be S tier. Her mines still do a ton of damage. You can cheese people at the start of, start a convoy maps by just literally putting down a shit ton of mines near their spawn, and you could get at least 2 kills with that. Literally do it every time. I swear, someone's gonna fall for it. I swear to you. Her stun is like what? 3 or 4 second cooldown? What? 4-second cooldown stun? Crazy. Mine's low cooldown. Her shift is a long cooldown, but it still provides more mines and it provides healing. Her movement ability with the spider web, it can go decently far. Not too much. Like, I wouldn't depend on it as like a way to, move too often. But if you're trying to just get around the corner really quick, I would use it as like, in that case. But that's like probably the worst thing about her kit is her movement ability. That's it. Her ultimate is still very good with placing all the mines around and having that speed buff and just running around. And she has a good synergy with Venom. She has does she have synergy with anybody else? Or is it just with Venom? I think it's just with Venom right now, right? I believe so. It's a good synergy with Venom. It's a lot of damage mitigation. It's a knockback. She has good health. Her attack speed or her shots are very fast now. Like, guys, that change they made to her left click is insane. She shoots way, way, way faster. It's crazy. She's definitely, I think, in S tier right now. Punisher's still in S tier. Still S tier character. He's the same person. He still does a ton of DPS. His shotgun's still very strong. He can finish people off with a smoke grenade. It knocks him back. He has ways to get away from people. Turret is still very strong. Ultimate's still very strong. He's just a strong character. I don't think he's necessarily OP because he's so basic, but he's just good. You know, he's just great. So that doesn't really need any explanation. Rocket. Rocket. He's still a very, very solid support. I think he's going to be going down a little bit in this tier list. Like, I think I had him in over here beforehand, but he's still in A tier. I don't think he's bad at all. He's still the same character. It's just like other supports are just kind of out healing him right now, and they also have revives. So Rocket's not being played as often anymore, but he's still a solid, you know, support. If you're having if you need like a little bit more DPS or like more of like an enchanter class, I would still put Rocket on your team just to have that. He's still capable as himself, and he can peel for himself. He's still a good character. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is going down to A tier. I think that Scarlet Witch is just, she's still very good. She still has a stun field. She still has the, you know, the team killing ultimate. But like I said before, people are starting to realize, like, hey, she's moving slowly towards me. What can I do? Shoot at her? Yes. Her ultimate is not going crazy anymore. Her left click damage is, you know, quite slow-ish. Like, if you're playing like a DPS character, like say like Punisher, Hela, Black Panther can even out DPS her, Iron Man can out DPS her, then she will get messed up by those characters, guys. She mostly cannot out DPS those characters unless she does a left click and a right click, and she has to land that right click. But she's still, you know, she's still an easy character. A lot of people, you know, mess with her. A lot of people can make plays with her. She can still fly. She can still float. Her damage is practically unavoidable. She's still a great character. I'm just not putting her in S tier no more. So, next character, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's still going to be in B tier. I think he's going to be top of B. Spider-Man, can Spider-Man be A? Spider-Man, I'm trying to think, guys. Is Spider-Man an A tier character? He's very fast. He has a synergy now with Venom. Is Spider-Man A tier, guys? His damage is still a little bit low, though. I'll let you guys decide if you want me in A tier or B tier. But for me, I'm going to put him top of B. So technically like a B plus. Spider-Man's still, you know, if you can get his combos off, he's still good. It's just the problem is getting those combos off without their healer just being, you know, boom, 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 boom with their healing. And he just has to run away and reset and try to do the combo again. That's like Spider-Man's gameplay. He's just trying to loop around, get a quick kill. But if he can't, he just runs away. He's still the same. Nothing really changed for him other than he gets the synergy now, which has damage mitigation. So, which is cool, but Spider-Man still is just the same. He gets out DPS by other characters. He's easy to kill if you're, like, you know, looking out for him. But yeah, Spider-Man's the same for me. If you guys think he's A tier, that's fine. If you guys think he's B tier, that's fine. It's whatever for me. Anyway, Star-Lord. Star-Lord still is an A tier character. That's for sure. Star-Lord still has, you know, the easiest ultimate in the game. His right click or his, you know, his back flip or front flip, still very good. Strong reload. His E is unavoidable damage and small AoE. He can literally, you know, 100 to 0 supports with that move. It's very strong, just constant damage. His shift is even better now. So honestly, he might go up on this list. Yeah, let's put him right there. His shift is a lot better to move around with now. And yeah, Star-Lord's just, you know, a strong character. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad at all. He's just simple, easy, not OP, great. Storm. Storm is probably still B tier. Maybe A minus with the synergy she has now, but you're kind of forced to play Thor into that, and Thor's not like the pick you want to have all the time. So I think she still sticks it at, you know, top of B, because the chain lightning thing that she gets with Thor, it should just be in her kit. Like, it should just be based in her kit already. I don't see why she needs a synergy. She already used the damn move. Like, why she need a synergy for it? She's still just a team buffer. She can deal damage from afar. She's really, really slow in the air, though, and that's really what's killing her. And she's kind of just an ult bot, where Storm waits for until her ultimate charges like full, and then she just ults, and then she gets like 2 kills, and then she waits again for her ultimate bar to go full to get another kill. Like, that's all she's waiting for is just her ultimate bars. She doesn't really have that great DPS other than her ultimate. And she's really slow in the air, so a lot of DPS characters can just punish her the whole time. No pun intended, but like a lot of DPS characters just kill her out of the sky very, very easily before she even gets a chance. So she's still gonna be in B tier. I don't think this is gonna be changing anything. Thor. Thor is a little bit decisive. I see a lot of people saying he's trash, and I see a lot of people saying he's great. I'm in the middle. I think Thor is good, but he needs to work. They're trying to make him a combo character, but he has no real combos, and it's weird. Everything he does pretty much takes from his resource bar, which is just, you know, the 3 little Mjolnirs. If you right click, that costs a Mjolnir. If you If you F, it costs all your Mjolnirs. If you shift, which is this little hammer spin and then a dash, or it goes up in the air, that takes another Mjolnir. He can, you know, recharge the Mjolnirs with his E, but you have to be very close to get that off. And, you know, of course, like you guys know, if you're playing maps that have like the convoys, where you have to push the convoys out, he is not that great for defense, obviously, unless he has like another tank with him. So he's having similar problems as the Hulk had, where if you're not paired with another tank, it's going to be hard to solo tank on him. He does have constant shields, so I think he's still quite good, and he has good damage, and he has movement ability, or he has a movement ability. So he's capable, but I think he just needs like a couple more buffs or changes, and he could be really good. But for right now, I'm probably gonna put him maybe like probably here, top of B. I would say so. He's good. I can see what they're trying to do, but I think they should have just made him like a DPS character, like another assassin or something. Maybe like even similar to like how Smite has Thor in it. Just, you know, similar. Maybe give him like some more, you know, lightning to it or whatever. But I think he could have been a great, you know, duelist. But I'm totally fine with playing as a Vanguard. I love tanks. But I just, you know, I can see where they're trying, but they could have done a little bit more to, you know, give him a little bit extra. He's Thor, you know. He's not a combo character. His combos don't really work too well together, I don't think. He needs a little bit of help. I can see it, but he needs help. Anyway, Jeff the Shark. Now, guys, Jeff the Shark is insane. Let's just put that out there. Jeff the Shark has to be S tier. He is constantly healing. His shift is very good peeling for himself. Even though he can still be damaged, he has a move that can peel for himself. It's very good. He has 2 team up attacks with, you know, Groot, which is, you know, a fine my mouth is starting to chap up. He has a fine team up attack with Groot, and he has a very good team up attack with Luna. So I mean, just having 2, you know, great synergy attacks, plus an already great kit where he constantly has heals. He has an ultimate that could potentially take out 5 players if used correctly, or 5 teammates if used incorrectly. I'm looking at the people that spit me out of the map. I hate y'all. But anyway, he's very good. He's solid. He's a awesome support. I think he has probably like the highest healing right now, maybe because it's just a constant healing. The bubbles are very good. I don't see people like running into them very often. But please, guys, pick up the bubbles. It gives you so much healing. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. He has good DPS with his right click. He's just a great support. Just play him, guys. He's great. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock's probably gonna be A tier. He's gonna be right next to Luna. I don't think he's S tier, and I'll tell you why. He has very good. Let's talk about how. Let's talk about the good things about him. He has very good DPS. His left click is strong. His right click is stronger, pretty much. He has good DPS with that, but he has no movement ability whatsoever. So if he's getting dogpiled, he's just gonna die. He has nothing that he can't stop it. His E is on a cooldown, so he has the same kind of problem that Mantis has, but his E is a little bit better than Mantis's spores because his E, like, instead of Mantis having to constantly be throwing out these spores to like her teammates, even though they're all around the map, because she has to constantly keep track of them. Adam Warlock can just press his E, and the E will string out to his teammates that are close by or whatever. So you can just literally just press E one time, the stream will just go up to his teammates, and that's great. It's a lot of healing. His shift is very good when used properly. I don't see it like a lot of people using it properly, but his shift is a very, very good tool to use as well when you use it properly. His ultimate can be hit or miss. It's a res. You can res like all your teammates if you get it off, but the problem is they res at like 75% health. So if they're not immediately healed, they're just dead again. So that's like the only problem with his ultimate. If he didn't have that problem, he would probably be. Actually, he'll probably still be here. Like, I still, just because he doesn't have any way to get people off of him, I still think he's probably here. I can see arguments for him to be in B tier, but he still has good DPS. He has a res, which it can be very strong if used correctly. He has, ways to heal people that are far away from him, that are, not in line of sight. His shift can be very strong. He has, good team up synergies with a couple of people on the roster. And I just think he's a pretty solid character. I don't think he's terrible. I don't think he's, needs too much work. He's good. Venom. So, Venom. What do you guys think? I think Venom is probably here. It's just literally just filling this list with A tiers, huh, guys? I think Venom's probably just an A tier character. Venom has good DPS. He has the slow on his right click, which is decent. His swinging, he can be very fast with it. His E is another health bar. It can be really fucking insane. He can be really hard to kill at times. He has a knock-up that can potentially knock people out of the map. His ultimate can be a very good execute when used correctly. Venom's just strong. He's like a stronger version of the Hulk, I think. I don't know if they're necessarily going for that, but I just think he's just like a stronger Hulk. Like he has mid range. He has CC. Another health bar that can just, go on cooldown like 20 seconds. You just swing out, swing back in with the health bar. He's really good. So, his ultimate is not too crazy, but it can be very strong when used when people are low or like middle of their health or so as an execute, or just like killing like the healers, just constant damage. He's a very good off tank. So I think he definitely belongs in A tier. I don't think he's necessarily S tier. Because he has to get really, really close in there to like really do damage, and his damage is kind of like over time. I don't think like people are going to be like just outright killing people in like 2 seconds when they come up to Venom. Venom takes maybe like 5 to 6 seconds if he lands all his shots just to kill one person. So his DPS is a little bit low-ish in terms of tanks, but he still has very good, mobility. He has a very big health bar. His damage is not bad. It's just lower than the other tanks in the game, or not even all of the tanks, just like a few of the tanks. Like he's in the middle pack of DPS, I would say. But yeah, Venom's just a very strong character. He's very capable. I don't think he's OP, but he's definitely not, bad. So this is my tier list, guys. Quite a few changes. If you guys, disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comments. Let me just look over this a little bit one more time, just see. So yeah, I still think Peni Parker's very, very strong. I think she's like 4-second stun, guys. If you're playing a tank, 4-second stun. Come on. Jeff, yeah. Punisher, yeah. Iron Man could have an argument to be S tier as well, so I can see that. But yeah, I don't think any characters like particularly C tier. I could literally just maybe put Mantis here. Just to have someone there at least. So maybe that's what I'll just do. Just have Mantis there. But hey, Hulk's in B tier now, guys. He went up. Let's go. Let's see. Maybe we put Hulk right. We can put Hulk right here. I think that's fair. Hulk. We got Spidey, Magic, Loki, Black Panther, Groot. I can agree with this. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been my updated tier list. I still am playing Marvel Rivals when I have the chance, when I have the free time. So you guys, check me out live, Mr. Wash. You know what it is. Twitch.tv/MrWash_. That's where I'm going to be at whenever I go live. Put the notifications up. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys later.